Good morning everybody and welcome to my channel. My name's Jen and this is Jen's Stitchy Corner, where I talk about all things cross stitch. Today is Sunday the 9th of November and we're on day 9 of my full coverage November. So if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. I do appreciate you all. I know some of you have been following since the beginning and some of you have joined and followed all of my full coverage progress. I know you come back every time and I am so very grateful. I know it's a lot to keep coming back every day, but the feedback I've had so far has suggested that you all really like to come back and have the daily updates. So yeah, thank you all so much. If you're new here today, welcome. I really do hope that you do enjoy all of the projects that I show you, and I hope there's one or two in there that you might either have or like to treat yourself to also. So we'll get started, but first by a few shout outs. I've had some lovely people mention me on the channel through their own Flosstubes recently, so I thought I'd shout those guys out today, and they are Steph at Wild Fox Stitchery, Lindsay at Stitching Magic 111, Kerry at Colourfully Cross Stitched, and Siski Stitches as well. So thank you all so much for your kind words and your mentions. It really does mean a lot. I am so grateful for you all to keep mentioning my channel. It means so much to me. If you haven't already, please do go check these other Flosstubers out. They have an amazing channels, lots of lovely projects to go and check out. I will link them in the description below. Okay, so what is happening in the UK today? So it is Remembrance Sunday here in the UK, a very important day. In London, we have a massive parade that goes through London, and also a silence just to remember all those who fought in the war, and unfortunately those that we lost as well. So there's a massive march of all the armed forces that go through London. It's a very important day. I've just been watching some of it on the telly. I've never been lucky enough to actually go to the parade. I have managed to do a few other bits in London. So yeah, we've been lucky enough to go to parades before, but not this one. So yeah, we've been watching that on the telly. I've just paused it. I'm going to go back and watch it after the video while I get everything ready for tomorrow. So that is the main event that's happening here in the UK today. Right, if you are interested in following me on Instagram, you're more than welcome to do that. I do share photos and sometimes videos on there of my progress, and the same with TikTok. I've recently joined TikTok and share some of my progress over there. All details are in the description box below if you would like to follow me. So what I'll do first is I'm just going to quickly show you a project bag that my mum's made me for Christmas, and also a project as well that isn't full coverage, but I thought I'd just quickly show you guys as it's come into my plans a little bit. So this is my bag off my mum. It's lovely, isn't it? It's a lovely Christmas bag. It's got the snowflakes, it's got Christmas trees, reindeers, really pretty fabric. Again, my mum's put a little bow on there and a little clear button, and then the zips at the top. But isn't it lovely? I might put Christmas Beauty in there if she comes up. She hasn't come up yet. You watch her come up now, because I've said it like the hedgehog. Maybe the wheel will listen to me like yesterday. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. Now, speaking about Steph at Wild Fox Stitchery, it was Steph's birthday start recently. She is doing a fancy lady start along or stitch along. If you want to join, Steph has a Facebook group that you can join. I will link the details below. Now I am really behind. I haven't even, with full coverage month, I haven't had chance to put any stitches in, but I want to take part because I really do love Steph's channel, and she very kindly joined me on mine, and I've done the fox one, so I do want to take part. And that noise on the floor was just me dropping a bobbin, so sorry about that, guys. So I'll show you the project that I want to work on. So my fancy lady is going to be a Joan Elliott, and it's this one, which some of you may have seen when I started it earlier in the year, and it's Unicorn and Maiden. Really nice design. It's one I've had for many years, and I'd never started it, but I have made progress on the channel with it. So it's a lovely design. So this is where I'm at with it. So I have started it, not too bad. I've got some stitches in. The needle minder is a caterpillar cross stitch one from the Enchanted Realms stitch along. So what I'm going to do, because obviously I have got all the full coverage bits to do as well, is I won't be able to do it every day, but I will perhaps put a thread in when I can. So I'm just going to complete a thread on it just to get some stitches in and also take part in Steph's lovely birthday month. So that is the plan. Oh, I forgot to say the fabric. I'll just show you that. So as you can see, it's a lovely mottled sort of fabric with lots of blues, purples and pinks in there. This was from Pole Stitches, which I bought many years ago. I'm sure, because they still sell beautiful fabric on there. So I'm sure you'd be able to find something similar from them if that's something that's on your list. But a beautiful design. So I do want to get that one going and join Steph with that one. So like I say, I'll put details in the description below if that is one you'd like to take part in. It can be any fancy lady, whatever you class as a fancy lady. If you've got Mirabilia, a Filipina, whatever you've got in your stash, you can use. So that's quite exciting. Right, now we'll move on to Alice. So I'll just get Alice out of the bag ready. Okay. Right, so here's a picture of what Alice will look like when it's done. And a picture of where I was yesterday. I managed to get my husband to take the photo this time of it up. It was easier. I will probably do that again today. Tomorrow will be the challenge because my husband will be at work, so I won't have somebody to take the photo for me. So it might just be trying to get it on the table or the section tomorrow. Because obviously I need to work on it straight away to get my stitches in, so I can't wait for my husband to come home because I won't get anything stitched in time for the video. So this is where I got to yesterday. So carrying on with that border, there's a bit more detail coming in along here where something else kind of comes into the border a bit. I've done all my fill-in parts along here where the confetti starts on the border. So it's literally one stitch here, one stitch there. Some of them have come sort of down on some of the borders, so I've carried on stitching those in. So that's where I've got to on that one. So let's see where we are end-wise. Nearly there. We're nearly at the end, aren't we? We're getting there. So I'll show you the whole thing, just so you can see. Right. So this is the pages here that I've completed. Before I got a bit fed up with doing page finishes, so then I went on to the typewriter method, which I mentioned earlier on in my first few videos. It's the Stitchy Mummy typewriter method. She has a floss tube. If you haven't already heard of her, go check her out. She has a really good video explaining the whole process, and then you just adapt it to how you want the typewriter method to work. There's no right or wrong. You just do it to your own sort of way of working. But I've really been enjoying that method. So Alice statistics. Right, I've added 166 stitches into Alice last night, so a little bit less than the last few days, but that's expected. It's the weekend and we had to nip out and about yesterday afternoon, so yeah, I expected to do a bit less yesterday. Okay, so in total we've done 35,000 546 stitches out of 692,307 stitches. So that puts me at 5.13%. There's 135 colours in this one. It's stitched on 18 count and it's 2 over 1 full cross. So as I said yesterday, every time I reach a percentage on one of my big whips, I will be putting some money in a jar towards a Gecko Rouge kit, and because I want to earn it, so that is the plan for that. It will be just for the larger full coverages, I think. What do you guys think? Should I just do it on my large ones? Because some of these won't take long to get to those goals and I kind of want the challenge. So I think it's going to be on the very large full coverages. So like on Alice, Dragon Race, All the Better to See You With. The Hedgehogs is quite big. There's over 200,000 stitches on those. So sort of the bigger full coverages, I think. Yeah, trying to make myself some rules up here. So that is the plan going forward. So now we're on Cozy Hedgehogs. I'll put a picture of Cozy Hedgehogs here for you so you can see that. Lovely design. This is from Pink Lilly Patterns. She has a sale on at the moment, so it is definitely worth going and checking out some of the charts she has. They're lovely. So that's over on Etsy. I will link details in the description box below. Okay, so here's a picture of where I got to last time, because it's a new start. It was a new start on that one. And I'll just show you where I'm at. Okay. So this is where I've got to. And there's my little hedgehog. Isn't he lovely? So I've carried on with the border up here. And then I've started to fill in like the twig or branch that's coming down here. So other bits are starting to come into the picture a little bit. Mainly border stitching at the moment. So it'll get a little bit more interesting the further we go down, I think. So it's like a light lilac-y colour that's going in as the border at the top there. So yeah, not too bad. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you the statistics of Cozy Hedgehogs. I did 207 stitches last night. So in total, I've done 507 stitches out of 205,350 stitches, and that puts me at 0.25%. I stitched this one 1 over 1 full cross, and there's 69 colours in the chart. Okay, so before I move on to the wheel, I thought I would just let you know my stitching stats for the week. I thought I'd just see how many I've done in the last 7 days since we started the video. So in total then, in the last 7 days, I've done 2,872 stitches. Now, what I've done with that amount, obviously the body threads ones are paper patterns. So it may be a little bit more than that, but I've just guessed that it would be around 200 stitches in those 2 sessions on those 2 kits, because that's sort of the average amount that I'm stitching in the evening on my projects. So I've gone with 200 each on those. It may be a little bit more or a little bit less, but it's just to give me sort of an indication as to what we're working on. And out of that amount, what I've done is I've calculated how many were for Alice. So in Alice's project, out of that amount, I've done 1,174 stitches into Alice in the last 7 days. So a great amount of stitches into Alice, and bearing in mind it wasn't being worked on beforehand. I'm really pleased with that. So that's to give us an idea of where we're at. I might just do that weekly to see where we are with the stitches. So yeah, and it'll be interesting to see at the end of the month how many in total I've done this month. Right, okay, so let's do the exciting bit. Let's do the wheel. I'm just going to get the app open. Here we are. Right, let's see what comes up today. Oh, come out of it. There we go. Oh, Mystic Fox has come up again. Lovely. So I'll put a picture of Mystic Fox here for you. Really pretty design. I started this again for Steph's Stitcher Fox for fall sale. So very excited that one's come up on the wheel. So yeah, very exciting. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else to tell you guys before I go. Oh, Flossmas. So very excited about Flossmas. I will be taking part. I have mentioned it earlier on in my first video, I think. So I will be doing Flossmas. I have 2 advent calendars to show you guys, but I don't want it to just be about advent calendars. So I thought what I will do is I'm going to create a Christmas wheel. So I'm going to put all my Christmas projects onto a wheel like I have done for full coverage, and pick a project each day to put some stitches into it. So that's really exciting. And there's a few, wow, most of the projects that will be going on the wheel are new starts. I don't have too many Christmas projects that are in the middle of being stitched. I think the only one I have really is the one that's on the wheel at the moment, which is the Santa one from Letty Stitch. But most will, I think all of them will pretty much be new starts. So that's quite exciting. I haven't decided yet if it will be daily videos. I don't know. Haven't decided how I'm going to do it. I may do it that I do Monday to Friday on the Flossmas, and at the weekends, because I need to get everything done for Christmas, I might film the advents for those days, either on the Friday or the Monday. So there'll be catch up on the advents, but I'm not 100% sure yet. Know me, I may change my mind again. So yeah, looking forward to doing Flossmas. Not, you know, I've seen so many others doing that, so that will be quite exciting. And it will be exciting to have the wheel again. I think the wheel is definitely going to be staying on the channel permanently. I'm really enjoying it. So that's everything from me today then. So thank you so much to everybody who comes back each time and watches me. I really do appreciate you all. If you've really enjoyed today's video and you're new here, please do feel free to subscribe to the channel. It will help the channel grow. So I really do appreciate that if you can do that for me. Please do give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, and do leave those comments below so I can catch up with you all. Let me know what you're stitching, any Christmas projects that you're thinking of, then please do feel free and let me know in the comments below. So take care everybody, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. Have a lovely Sunday. Bye.